Hello YouTube, Real Shooting here, and in today's video I'm going to be painting two lures here. We're going to focus on one, but they're both going to have the same pattern. I'm going to try and copy this pattern, but instead of it being on a lipless crankbait, I'm going to put it on these two square bills. Wow, I just hooked myself and dropped that. They're a little bit bigger than a regular square bill, about a 2.5 square bill, I guess you would call it. But as you can see, I already sprayed it with the base white. We're going to do the black on top, a green, a yellow, and then an orange. Can you see that? Black, green, yellow, then orange on the bottom. I have made one already similar to this, but I'm just going to show you guys all the lures that I've painted so far. Here they are. I put them in this box. Let me just set this down right here. Here you can see this red crawl. Very nice. And these are already dipped in the clear coat. This is a nice lipless crankbait. I really like how this one came out. One of my favorites. Now the other one is the one that resembles that other one up there, which I like how this one came out. At the time I did not have orange, so I sprayed it with red on the bottom. There you can see we have the yellow, the green dots, and black on top with the gill spot, and there's the little eye. Very nice. I really like how this one came out. Hopefully I can catch some fish on some of these lures. Here's my two orange ones that I did. So as you can see here, I just kept that pattern with the circles all across this lure, and I faded as I went towards the bottom. Very nice, very nice. Maybe we'll get bass to bite on that, I don't know. And here's my tiger pattern. I messed up a little bit right here, but I think it's going to be fine. They don't have to be perfect. The bass are really going to see this lure just moving by quickly. It's the colors that'll attract them. Or it's like a reaction bite. Here's another one, except this one was red and black instead of the other one, how it was orange and black. Just with that pattern all across it. Very nice. Here's my black and red crawl. This is one of those bigger crankbaits, like a 2.5. And here's my two smaller ones. These are like the Little John, or like the Spro. There you can see the red and black crawl one. And here's my other one. This is the black one. Wow, is that going to show up? Black, blue, green, and then red on the tail. So it's a couple of different colors. This one came out very dark because I made the base black. Next time I will not do that. But it still looks fine. You can still see the colors. They're just very faint. Very nice, very nice. Alright, so I already put in the fluorescent orange. There's the color. Is it going to focus? Fluorescent orange. Createx Airbrush. And this was the first color, the opaque white. Just ordinary, plain, solid white. There it is, opaque white. That's for the base. So I got the orange already in the gun. I'm going to test it down here. And if it flows pretty good, which it is, but it's going pretty fast. Let me put in a little more. You always want to make sure to shake the bottle. We don't need a lot though. We're just doing that line on the bottom. As you can see here, there's just orange all along the bottom of the lure. That's what we're going to do. But on these, so I'm going to start off with this one. Alright, I loaded up the fluorescent yellow. Let's paint these a little bit on the middle now. Where do we want to go? A little under the eye. Just like that. That actually went above the eye. I'll show that on the camera real quick. There you can see, not all the way to the top, because we're going to hit it with green dots up here. And then a black on the very top, solid black. We're going to let this dry and then we'll go on to the next color. That looks pretty nice so far, that orange and green. Alright, so I let the fluorescent yellow dry now. As you can see, you can tell when it's dry when it's not so shiny, and you can just like lightly tap it. You want to be careful, if you tap it too much you will remove some paint, which I did earlier right here. You can see on that base coat white I removed a little bit right there, but I'm going to leave it because we're still going to go over that with another color. Hopefully it doesn't show up as much. And now I'm going to take my mesh netting, which you can get from many materials or you can buy it. You can get some, I believe, off of a laundry bag. This is off of a, like a wash scrubber, or what do you call it, like the loofah. Has like little ovals in there. And what you're going to do is put it over the lure. You really want it to be as tight as can be against that body of the lure. Let me fix my little clamps here. And clamp it down on the bottom. And we're just going to pull it down. Let me show that to the camera. There you can see all the netting is tightly clamped down. You don't want this to move. You want it to be as close as it can be on the body. And I'm going to hit it with that green right here. I don't like this part. I might fix that a little bit. This side looks pretty good. The lure has a little bit of a weird shape, so it's a little hard to get it right here. I think I'm just going to have to clamp it like this. Anyways, the top is going to be solid black, so we really want to focus on this part here. So next we got to load up the fluorescent green. Now last time that I painted this lure, I did not use fluorescent yellow. I used opaque yellow and opaque green. So these are going to look brighter than the other ones. And one thing I noticed about these fluorescent paints, they're very thin. You don't even have to add thinner. It sprays real nice right out of the bottle. So that's a plus. Very nice. You actually want to lower your PSI when it's spraying so good, or else you'll just blow right through it all real quick. I feel like I probably loaded up too much. Let's test this out down here a little. Or I could do it back here, let me see. Oh, that's nice. It's like a lime green. I'm gonna go a little bit in the middle. And see, I really want to get most of the paint up here on top. You need to let a little bit of overspray go down. So where did I go? Mostly above this upper part of the gill plate. I'm going to do the same on this side. Very nice, very nice. And then we gotta let this dry so we can put the netting on the other one. We'll be right back. I'll show how that looks real quick. There you can see. So now we got 3 colors on there so far. Orange, yellow, and then green. We're gonna put the solid black line on the top. You guys stay tuned. Alright you guys, so I let that fluorescent green dry on, as you can see. Let me get this to focus. There it is. Pretty nicely. I actually didn't mean for it to come all the way down, but it still looks nice because in between the lines you now have that yellow that we sprayed earlier. And then up here we have white, but we're going to spray the top now. You can see the other one, how it came out. There's still that little damaged part right there. But I really like how that comes out. It's a very bright looking lure. Now I'm going to spray the top with black. And we'll call it a day. I already loaded up the air gun. This is actually the Pearlized Black. So it's going to have a little bit of small glitter in it. Pearl Black. I believe it's like little silver flakes, very small. You actually want to lower your PSI. I put it at around 20 because this paint is very, very thin. If you have it high, it's going to do a wide spray and it's going to come out real fast. So I'm going to test a little bit down here. Alright, it looks pretty good. Oh, it's still going pretty wide. Let me lower a little more. It just comes out very quick. It's a very thin paint. Oh yeah, that's nice. I just did like a solid right on top. You want to keep it face down. That way the overspray just slightly gets to each side. You don't want it to be like off center. I actually want to get around the eyes. There we go. Very nice. I like how that came out. I wish the lighting was a little bit better. Maybe when it's all dried up, I'll show it all at the end. The final product. We have a little bit of scale line. Let me see how that looks. Alright you guys, so here's the final product. As you can see, orange to fluorescent yellow, fluorescent green, and then black with glitter in it on top. That was the Pearlized Black. I really like how this came out. I know after the clear coat it's gonna look much better. All I have to do now is just, I'm gonna let it dry even longer, add the eyes to it, and then eventually when I paint up some more lures, I'm gonna clear coat another batch of lures. This is what it was supposed to look like, and I think it's pretty close. The only thing I did mess up on was bringing the green almost all the way down pretty much, but it's okay. And I decided I'm not going to add that black dot. I could if I wanted to. Here's my stencil for it. You just get a piece of like a cardboard and just punch a hole in it. And I could just give it that black dot. I don't know, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, rate, and subscribe.